Austin, you listed Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, Deron Williams as your favorite NBA players. LeBron's on that list. Why not?
Well, it has to do strictly to the fact that he doesn't resemble my game. It's the same reason Kevin Durant's not in that list.
Okay.
I'm not a 6'8", 260-pound power forward. You know, I can't do the things LeBron James does. Nobody can. I mean, unless you're a freakish athletic wing, that's a guy that you should be looking at, him and Durant. But there's a reason why they're the only two that are like that. You know, so I can't resemble him. So I look at players like Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, Deron Williams, Tony Parker. Those are the guys that I look at, and I have to take things from them. Westbrook, take their moves and take their ideas and stuff like that, and I'm trying to be like. So that's the only reason he's really not on that list.
Wow, and silly me. I thought it was because he's your father's nemesis, right?
Yeah, well, you know, now he's just my father's nemesis, not mine. I mean, so
yeah.
I just got to go against him. So.
Go ahead, Stephen A. I turned your mic back on.
Austin, I'm wondering, you know, you've got a bunch of names on that list. Who's at the top of it?
When Derrick Rose is healthy, I like Derrick Rose. That's just been my favorite player, especially, I mean, he can score. He gets his teammates involved. You see, I mean, Luol Deng was an all-star last year. I think he is the best scoring guard that can make his teammates better at the same time. You look at the players around him that play better. I mean, look how much better Noah is with Derrick Rose, how much better Luol Deng is. The whole Kyle Korver, they all just play so much better. You see how big of an impact he has when he got hurt, and that's why he was the most valuable player in the league. It's because he's the most valuable to the Bulls, and I think that's the best point guard in the league.
Interesting. So back
if Derrick Rose,
yes,
if Derrick Rose were healthy, do you believe that the Miami Heat would be world champions today, or do you believe that the Chicago Bulls would have knocked them off?
I think the Chicago Bulls would have tested them. I mean, you saw the Pacers test the Heat. So it just kind of makes you think what would have happened if Derrick Rose and that team were ready to go. I think the Heat would have definitely been tested. Do I think they would have beat the Heat? No. I think LeBron James has asserted himself as the best player in the National Basketball League. And I think he was on a mission last year. I think he finally tuned everybody out, stopped playing the villain, stopped getting caught up in everything, and he was just like, I'm just going to go be the best and win. And he did it. And it's nice when you have a player of Dwayne Wade's caliber not mind to take the back seat. And when you have unselfish players like that, they're going to be even harder to beat this year.
Okay, so now you say all bets are off. LeBron has broken through. You see him winning 3, 4, 5 championships, 6, 7 championships?
Well, I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope not. But he has that. He has that. It's on him. I mean, I think he's that good. There's players that come into this league every once in a while that have talent, and there's players that come to this league even farther than that are that good, and I think he's that good. He has a chance to win multiple rings, especially with the team they even had this year. Now they have Ray Allen. I mean, what do? You have the best shooter of all time, arguably, with him and Reggie Miller. Him in the corner. You have Rashard Lewis now there. You have an underrated point guard of Mario Chalmers. You have Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Chris Bosh. I mean, look at that team. So
remember, Game 4, Chalmers scored 25 points in the finals.
Oh,
Game 5, Mike Miller hit, was it 7 threes?
Yeah, I mean, Mike Miller had that was a great game for him. I'm happy for him because he's a great guy. But he's not going to do that all the time. He's older, he has a bad back, and he's not Ray Allen. When Ray Allen's healthy, he's the best shooter in the league. And how open he's going to be this year, they're going to be pretty dangerous. And Mario Chalmers is by far.
Well, let me ask you this. Your father obviously wasn't happy initially when they lost Ray Allen in Boston, but obviously they acquired Jason Terry even before that. Do you think the Boston Celtics are going to be as good as they have been without Ray Allen, even though they have Jason Terry, or do you think that your dad's team is going to fall off a little bit because Ray Allen is gone?
I don't. As funny as it sounds, I actually think both teams benefited. I think the Heat got a lot better, obviously, because now the floor space with Ray Allen. And I think the Celtics got better because, first off, you know, Ray was a huge part. It was disappointing to leave. He was part of that whole championship and that whole build-up to the Celtics again. But now you have a better defender of Courtney Lee, who's a great on-the-ball defender and someone who's going to add to the great defense the Celtics play already. And then you have Jason Terry, who's instant offense, something the Celtics need when you have older players like KG and Paul Pierce that get hurt. So when you have guys that are going to be inconsistent, not due to how good they are, but how old they are and fatigue of a long season, you have guys that can come in and give you instant offense. I think both teams got better.
Okay, and Rondo and Ray, in the end, just didn't get along.
They just didn't click, I don't think. Yeah. And I think they were able to do it to a certain level. They won a championship, but they both had disagreements. And I think, if anything, just clears the drama, just clears everything. I think they both get what they need to get. I think if there's one team in the East that can beat the Miami Heat, I think it's the Boston Celtics. And I think it's due to the players they have, the leadership my father has, and how he motivates them. I just think, and the veteran players, I think they're the only team that can do it. And
I will tell you this. I will tell you this. I don't believe they're beating Miami, but I do believe they're the only team in the East that has a shot to beat Miami.
They had them 3-2, Stephen A. They were down. Miami Heat were down 3-2, and they dropped that game. Yes, LeBron James had an unbelievable game, but
hold on, young fella. Hold on, youngster. Hold on, young fella. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. You're absolutely right. But you had them 3-2. LeBron walked in there, did what he did. And one of the arguments that I've consistently made is that when you've got that proverbial monkey on your back, when you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders because to some degree, to a large degree, self-inflicted, that's a lot to get over. I think that what we've seen from LeBron only scratches the surface of what we are on the verge of seeing now that he doesn't have to worry about being a champion any longer.